reserve on her part, as if she would always hold back a piece of herself. Their last kiss contained their entire history. A piece of an old song passed through his head, something about flying plates and broken dates, how that was part of being in love. Bambi would never throw a plate. He wouldn't have minded if she had, once or twice. Bambi wouldn't have liked that Julie was driving him. If she were ever going to break some crockery, that might be the moment, but Julie was the best person for the job. Her sister actually had horses, or access to them, so it was plausible for the two of them to be hauling a trailer north. Besides, Julie was going to have it hard once he was gone. Bambi had the girls, friends, family. Julie didn't have anyone except her sister, an odd duck, and that was being kind. The puss on that one when she took the wheel. "This better be forever," she muttered. "You're getting yours," he reminded her. Everybody was getting theirs, one way or another. Forever. That was the word that Julie had repeated when he explained things to her last week. It wasn't quite a question, more like a concept she had never heard before. They had been sitting in the little coffee shop, his one legitimate business. The weekly receipts wouldn't have kept his girls in hair ribbons, and his girls actually wore hair ribbons. Bambi dressed them like Towson preppies, all pink and green, taught them how to blow-dry their unruly hair into ponytails. Well, not the baby, but the baby was a dead ringer for Bambi. Hair as sleek and dark as a seal's, blue eyes, impossible eyelashes. Linda was the organized one. Rachel was the smart one. And while they were both pretty, Michelle was going to be the beautiful one. They were going to make their mark on the world, each in her own way, and he was going to miss all of it. All of it. "Forever," Julie repeated, drawing out the syllables, tracing the watery ring left by her Coke. She hardly drank, this one, although she pretended to at night, sipping scotch to keep him company. "Looks that way, unless something unexpected happens." Another long silence. Julie was one of those odd women who was prettier when she didn't smile. Stone-faced, she was a sultry enigma. When she grinned, she still looked like the hick teenager that Tubby scouted in the Rexall 4 years ago. 7.5%, she said at last. "What?" "The country is 200 years old this year. They're asking you to give 7.5% of the country's entire history. That's a lot. And you know I don't give points easily." A quick smile at that. She used to have bad teeth before he fixed them, another reason that she didn't smile much. Julie didn't actually have a great sense of humor anyway. She was a little literal-minded for that, a dollars and cents girl, very practical. A practical mistress was a good thing. She had never entertained the thought that he would marry her, for example, although there was that tiny little weirdness last year. She understood that Bambi was the love of his life. It was Julie, after she started some community college class, who told him F. Scott Fitzgerald said, "The test of a first-class mind was holding two conflicting ideas in your head without going nuts." Felix was an old hand at that. He loved Bambi. He needed other women. Julie had been with him for a year when Michelle was born, but she didn't act like it was a betrayal, the way some girlfriends might have. Of course he still slept with his wife. She was his wife and very attractive, and he was crazy in love with her. Being with Julie wasn't an expression of dissatisfaction with Bambi. It's just that life was better when you ordered a la carte. There had been girls other than Julie, too. A one-nighter here or there. Because he could. Because he needed to. If only Bambi would let go of that piece of her she kept locked away. If only she weren't so goddamn self-sufficient. Then again, she would need to take care of herself now. He couldn't have left if he wasn't confident that Bambi could manage. Hell, she had always run things. Had run everything except him and the money part. Voluble and flashy as Felix was, he wasn't